Hello and welcome to Can You Handle the Truth? I am your host, you know who, Jocelyn M. McGuire. Hey, listen, specializing in breakthrough counseling, women's ministry, mental health, trauma in adults as well as in children. Listen, my passion is to see people overcome with the truth. I do hold a bachelor's degree in psychology. I am also a certified circle keeper as well. Listen, I'm so happy you guys come to join me today. As you can see on our screen, September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. And being that this is the last Thursday of the month, I figured that we should talk about it. Listen, a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but guess what? Can you handle the truth? Because we're going to talk about it, all right? Thank you guys. Listen, don't forget to like and share. All right. And remember this. Go to my YouTube channel, baby. Hit that notification bell. And I want you to hit it, baby. Remember, if you don't hit the notification bell, baby, you won't know next time I'm coming on. Now, press that notification bell so you can get your notification on. Can you handle the truth? You don't want to miss an episode. All right. Thank you guys once again for joining in. As you can see, I have a handsome guest next to me. Oh, yes. And he is our special guest today. As I was saying, this is the month for insurance awareness, September. And like I did clarify that since this is the last Thursday of the month, let's go ahead and talk about life insurance. All right? Listen, you guys seen it. You seen the GoFundMe and go and ask the church for money to bury your loved ones, because you do not have what we need, life insurance, and then you become upset with the church, because the church will not help you bury your loved one, and now you upset about it. Come on, people. Hello. We got Vanessa on the line. Hello, Sister Vanessa. So glad you can join us. Make sure you like and share. Tag your friend and bring them on in. All right? Thank you so much for coming in. Listen, guys. You know you be getting upset with church. The church won't help me. The church can't help me. I've been going to that church 30 years and they can't help me bury my young. Well, I must say this. You needed to have life insurance. All right? Listen, Vanessa says this. It's not the church responsibility to help you. I'm going to just give you a hearty amen, Sister
Yes,
Vanessa,
amen.
because you're right about that. And you know what? We get ready to head on. Oh, yes, she said in highbrow. Wait
Hey,
a minute, Sister
Vanessa.
Vanessa. Way better. All right. Yes, thank you. She's one of our top fans of Can You Handle the Truth? Okay, we're going to dive right into it. And I hope you guys got your scuba gear on because it's going to get deep in here, right? Because, you know, this is a topic that it seems to be something that is taboo that we're not supposed to talk about, and people are afraid to address this particular subject matter. However, I seen on Mr. Nichols. Am I pronouncing Nichols?
Yep, that's Nichols.
Thank you. Mr. Nichols' page about September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. And that popped off an ideal. I'm like, wow, that would be a great subject since
Hmm.
this is the month for life insurance awareness. And I'm like, okay, let me contact Mr. Nichols. And I reached out to him, and I didn't. Well, first of all, y'all know I did my research, didn't you?
I know you did.
All right. I did my research on Mr. Nichols and to make sure he was authentic and everything. And I was reading on his page, he had a post talking about the Great Depression and life insurance and how the life insurance did not go out of business or didn't
Hmm.
lose money. And I found that to be very interesting. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. But anyway, let me go ahead and introduce our special guest, Mr. Jeff Nichols. Mr. Jeff Nichols, could you please tell our audience about yourself? Thank you.
Hey, thank you for the introduction, and thank you again for having me. I'm so passionate about life insurance and what we can do for families and just educating everyone about this. And I'm just so happy to be on here, especially because it's Life Insurance Awareness Month and the last Thursday of the month. So that's perfect. So we can end this month with a bang. But my name's Jeffrey Nichols, and I've been doing this. I had my license since 2019, so I've been doing a lot of. I learned a lot. I'm still learning every day about life insurance, and that's my passion. Is basically I've been learning so much that I want to get out to the world. So I'm so happy you have me on here. And then just a little bit about me. I also have a full time job. Uh, I work at this in computers too, so I'm good at IT. So that's another thing I do. I love computers. I love teaching. I love being a leader and inspiring people as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for that nice bio of yourself.
Mhm.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, okay, Mr. Nichols, I have some questions for you, and I like for you. Wait a minute, we can
The
dog
dog trying to
can we
ask some
get life
questions too.
insurance on dogs?
People need to. I
They
don't know.
need to.
That's a good one because I know it's expensive. I know the pets get sick. That's expensive too.
Yeah, yeah, it can't be expensive unless you just bury them in the backyard. But
Right.
anyway, uh, tell me this: with life insurance, um, what exactly is life insurance?
So it's basically. I mean, the simplest way to put it is it's just you covering your family. It's a love letter to your family. So if something happens to you, you handle your responsibilities. Your family can still live the same lifestyle they live in, just in case you're the breadwinner. And the very, very least, they won't have to pay to bury you. They won't have to pay for a funeral. They'll be able to pay for all that stuff with the life insurance because you taking care of your responsibilities. And the earlier you get it, the cheaper, the healthier you are. It's going to be so much cheaper. And that's why we try to get people to get it ASAP
Okay.
instead of waiting.
All right. So basically, life insurance is something you pay on a policy. I believe that's what you would call it. It's
Yep.
a policy, and you pay on it. Is that a monthly expense or weekly? How is that?
So you can, some policies you can pay once and be done. You can make it weekly, quarterly, or you can pay yearly.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, now let me ask you some questions here. We're not going to be long today. Usually we last around about an hour, but tonight we're not going to be very long on the subject of life insurance. 'Cause I think it's a straightforward subject that we can address and get our get our proper answers. Okay.
Okay.
Now, stop. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question. Can anyone purchase? Can anyone purchase life insurance without the consent of that individual?
It depends on who you get the life insurance on. Because if it's a like a family member that you want to get, like I can get life insurance for my boys. I got life insurance for my kids. They got their own policies. They don't need that. I don't need their consent because they're kids. And then like a husband and a wife could get life insurance from each other and stuff like that. But you can't just get life insurance on just any old person. It has to be it has to affect you if they pass away. So
Oh, okay. So their death would have to affect you in a financial way, right?
hmm
Oh,
so you
okay.
can do like if say if me and you was in business together,
Hmm.
if we get policies on each other because we're key employees, just in case something happened to you or something happened to me, we can still use that money to run the business.
Okay.
But don't necessarily have to be a family member.
All right. Okay. So say now I'm divorced. All right. Can I get and say I don't have life insurance on my ex, but when we was married, but can I get life insurance on him now that we're not married?
If it don't affect you, then you couldn't get it. Like if y'all living together, then that's something you can get. But if you know, especially if you got divorced,
Oh,
you really couldn't do that.
wow.
Yeah, they might think you might try
Okay.
to put some in his drink or something.
Oh, okay. Cause I guess that would be right because man, I have so many policies on folks I know they gonna grave job dead because they drug addicts on fentanyl and all that stuff. But you just can't do that, right?
Right? Yeah, you can't just go get pop. You can't just go do that because the life insurance company want to make their money too.
Oh, okay.
So if you are,
Oh,
and
all
then even if
right.
you know, like they do tests and stuff like that too. You get they do medical background checks and stuff on people too to make sure they're good. So if
Oh.
they already drug addicts, then it might not be able to
Oh,
work.
okay. Okay. Look,
I see a dog trying to
anybody
drink.
anybody want this? Anybody want this? It's so spoiled. It's so spoiled.
My dog was just right here trying to get in the video too. She just can't feel on this couch.
Oh, really? What kind of dog you have?
Pit lab mix.
A pig lab mix. Oh
Pit
my
lab.
god.
No,
Oh
she right
nah.
here.
See, I got a little baby. Little baby. See your dog eats a lot of food.
She sure does.
See,
And
this right
then
here is on a diet like me.
I try to put her on diet, but she don't be trying to have it.
What we have the house, trying to
Yeah,
eat the house, corner of
yeah,
the
she
house missing.
sure is.
My
Don't leave your plate
goodness.
somewhere unattended. That's what we know.
It's on. It's on. Okay, let me ask you this now. Is life insurance really, is it affordable for, I mean, for
Oh,
everyone?
it is affordable, especially when you're younger. But even man, it's affordable for almost everybody. As long, especially if you're healthy, um, it's really affordable. Now it might cost more. The more if you have ailments, it costs more. And the older you get, the more it costs. But man, even in the 50s, it's still not that expensive.
Oh, okay, okay. So you saying this? So, how about the life insurance commercials we be seeing on TV? That be saying no physical needed. Um,
I'm just saying it. Yeah. My, the policies I offer, each company is different, each carrier is different. There's like a lot of different types of policies, but for the most part, if you're fairly healthy, you don't have to do a physical or anything like that. I've
hmm.
had a couple people that had to do physicals, but for the most part, I don't have to do that.
Oh, okay, okay. So, when they do the physical and say they had a prior disease, but they no longer have that disease, no, such as high blood pressure or sugar
Hmm.
diabetes or obesity, and they no longer have that. Do the insurance company, I guess you would call, are they called underwriters or writers or something like
Yeah, the
that?
underwriters are the ones that
Okay, I'm
determine if
just
you get policy or not.
okay, and they would they take that into consideration?
As long as if you show that you have it under control or you don't have it anymore, if it's had to be a few years though that you've been free of the ailment, then you can get a policy just
Oh,
like you're
okay.
healthy. But then
Oh.
if it's been like within 5 years or something like that, I think it's either 5 or 7. Each carrier is different. It'll either cost more or you have to wait till you get accepted. Sometimes it might be denial, but I've done a few on high blood pressure, and that's really not an issue. And then we have carriers that are specific for people with diabetes, and they help them out. It just depends on the A1C and how long they had it, and if it's under control or not. It just depends on because some people, like diabetes are worse than others.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. That way, um, for our people that have health issues, that it's not just a done deal that you
Right.
can't get insurance.
Hmm.
Because a lot of people may have that concept that you can't get life insurance if you have an illness.
Right.
Because I do know that now, are there certain life insurance as to where, say I was diagnosed with cancer,
Hmm.
okay, and this person has cancer, whatever, and they wanted to get life insurance, would that be a possibility?
That was would be tough. You would have to. It depends. I guess it depends on kind of cancer, how it's being handled. Do you got to do chemo and all that kind of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So you that type of policy, you would have to like write a cover letter because this is a good thing. Like it's not like a cut and dry. Like it's not black and white. You get different underwriters, so it depends on it's at the underwriter discretion, and each underwriter is different too. So you could write a cover letter explaining, proof of you being healthier, taking care of yourself, eating right, exercising, all that kind of stuff, and that will give you a better chance of getting life insurance. But as long as you're not terminal, you'll have a chance. Now the chance gets smaller, smaller, smaller the sicker you are, but as long as you're not terminal,
Mm-hmm.
you have a chance.
So the window kind of narrows
Hmm.
as to where you know you may not be able to get life insurance.
Hmm.
Now, let me ask you this. Come here. Now let me ask you this. Um, down, down. This is not animal abuse. We love
I
each other.
know.
We love each other. Well, anyway, listen. Such as a person that's on dialysis, so to say, um, that is on dialysis, would it be harder for them to get life insurance as well?
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, that'd be hard.
we do have a comment here. Stop. We do have a comment um, here from Vanessa. Okay, let's go ahead and let me read that. Vanessa is saying people are in denial about life insurance. True. They feel like they have time and death will not happen to their loved ones. Yeah, I
Hmm.
have to agree with that particular statement.
Hmm.
They have time to get insurance. 0 years up to 30 is $20. 35 ages up to 45. 30 to 50 and up is 60. 60 up to 60, I guess the age 60, 80 to 100, 60 and higher, 160 up to 290 a month. That's a term life insurance, 10 to
Hmm.
20 years. Whole life is forever. Universal life is you can borrow money off the dividends. Is That's true, Mr.
Yeah,
Nichols?
yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Now, the
Okay.
prices might be, give or take, because each carrier has different prices. And you
Hmm.
can do actually term insurance, you can do up to 30 years.
Which is the best to have?
I believe it depends on your situation. It depends on what best fits you. I like
Okay.
to, I would, I like giving, I like people to have permanent policies. That way you won't outlive it.
Hmm.
But people like term because it's cheaper. You get a whole lot more for a little bit with term. You can get like a million, like between like 20 and 30, you can get $1 million worth of term for like $80 a month.
Oh wow, for $80 a month for the
Hmm.
term. And
Hmm.
what do those terms usually? What are the terms?
It's just they call it term. I'm not sure why I call it term, but it's temporary. So it only lasts up to
Temporary.
30 years. Yeah. So that meaning
Okay.
if some if you don't pass away within that 30 years, then that
Hmm.
policy expires. So then you have
Okay.
to reapply for life insurance all over again.
So will you be able to get your money?
There is a type of term that you can't get your money. It's called return of premium. You'll get all that money back, but that's still more expensive than normal term. Now, if you just had a regular term, you don't get any of that money back. That's why it's so cheap.
Oh,
Yeah, knowing
okay.
people get term if you have what I say like assets, like if you have mortgage on the house, you got a car note, all that kind of stuff. You will get term for like the length of the mortgage. So if you're in the house that's $500,000, you'll get a $500,000 term for 30 years or 20 years. So just in case something happens to you while you're living in that house, your family can still afford the house and not have to move out or anything like that. Keep your cars and stuff like that. That's why I would recommend people get term.
Term. Okay. Um, so if you get because this is very interesting about this life insurance. It's very interesting about
Hmm.
life insurance, the different type of life insurance uh, that people may not be aware of these particular life insurance. Okay, Vanessa says you're right. Okay, um, so with these particular life insurance, which do you mostly recommend?
I really like to sit down with the client and really understand, explain the different types and understand what their goals are with their life insurance.
Okay.
But some people really just only want it just a burial or just they just want to make sure they have a lot to leave their family. And if they can't afford a permanent policy, I recommend a term. If you want something like 500, 1,000 or so, I recommend a term. But if you want something that it will last forever and just that you want to use to borrow against, that Steve was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
or use it to we've been talking about like being your own bank. I would recommend IUL if you want to use it for growth because IUL she didn't put that one in there, but it's called the Index Universal Life,
Uh-huh.
and that one is it mirrors the market. So if you part of the premium goes towards the cost of insurance, and the other part goes into a cash value bucket. And that cash value bucket gains compound interest each year depending on how the market does.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
okay. I can recall when I think I was like maybe 21 maybe, and my parents had life insurance on us as children. I
Mhm.
don't know what type it was because then they had sent a letter where we had to sign this payoff where they's gonna send my parents a check because I guess was that a term, not a term, but a policy that they got as we were children, but when we turned 21, then they could get money off of it or borrow money off of it. I really don't know the details of that. So would that like be term life or something like that, or
That would have been a whole life, some type of whole life. I know whole lives have those type of stipulations where they were when the kids get older, the parents can just take the money. I think my mom got one of me and my brother is like that because she was talking about her. It wasn't much, but
right?
that's I haven't set one up like that. But my mama got one like that on me too. She said they just cashed it out when we got to like 21 or 26 or something.
Okay, so she's saying Vanessa is asking the question. So is that short term?
No, that was a whole life because term you don't get any money for it unless it's eternal period. But term you don't get any money for, so it's some type of whole life.
Oh, some type of whole life. Thank you,
Hmm.
thank you for the question, Vanessa.
Yeah, thank you, Vanessa.
Appreciate that. Wow, wow. So when we see these commercials, 990, I think it's 999. No physical needed. 999. The it's not gonna change. Um, do you have policies like that? I mean, are they? Is that good policy to have?
Those ones they see on TV for like 9.99, and if you're like, because I know that I've seen those commercials and they like for people older, that those policies are will be barely enough to bury you. For 9.99, the
Mm-hmm.
the company's not going to give you 10,000 or cause I think they were saying those for like people in the 60s and 70s or something like that.
Yeah.
That's just policies for like $3 or $4 thousand, maybe like $5,000.
Wow. Okay. So, um, depending on the expense
Hmm.
of the what you can speculate how much you want to spend for your loved one, um, would would that also be based off of how much of a policy you would want to obtain? I mean, besides getting maybe that one insurance, the cheapest one, like 5 grand maybe, to put your loved one away. That would be just for that. But if you wanted a bigger policy, you at liberty to do so.
Hmm. You can get as much as you can afford. This what you can get. No matter how old you are. Well, I would say up till they do the policies up to 85. So you can still even get life insurance all the way up to 85. But it just depends on how much your budget is and how much life insurance you want and how old you are. All those factor into the cost and how much you can get.
Oh, okay then. Okay. Vanessa says a lot of those are not immediate coverage. Is that true? I mean, what is the immediate coverage?
Yeah,
I believe
are
like
she talking about the ones on TV?
I believe so. She said they are a 2 year must pay if 2 years must live at least 2 years before you can receive or the benefit for your loved one.
I
Like
think she's talking about the ones on TV.
okay, maybe the ones on TV, but I can right,
Right, that's
Vanessa.
what she was saying. Okay, okay, yep.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
what I
that's
thought.
what she's saying. Okay.
Because the policies I have, you get immediate as soon as you like if you're like just get a regular IUL or just a term or a whole life or whatever. As soon as you pay that first premium, your policy is enforced. So if something's happening to you that next day, you get immediate coverage. Now there are final expense, and if you have like ailments, so there's two different types of final expense. There's level and there's graded. So graded is for people that might have like kidney failure, not kidney failure, but like chronic kidney disease or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now that policy you don't get immediate coverage. You have to be you have to pay that for 2 years, and that third year then you'll get the coverage. So I just did one for one of my friends. His aunt, she had it was chronic kidney disease, and she got one for 20,000. But for the first 2 years, if something was happening to her, the first year her family will only get 1,000, and the second year her family get 2,000. But if, as long as she makes it to the third year, then she gets full coverage. But that's the reason why it's like that because she had a an ailment. So if you was healthy and you want to get final expense, then she could have got you get coverage right away.
Right away. Oh, okay, okay. Wow, I experienced something like that in my personal life, as to where my sister, my one sister, um, was on dialysis. Okay, and she was getting this insurance, but while she was trying to get this insurance, she had a stroke. All
Mm-hmm.
right. And then I talked to with the insurance man, and he was telling me if she could live 2 years, exactly, yeah, 2 years, then she would receive, then we would receive the insurance money, the policy that will be paid out. But however, she did not make it 2 years, unfortunate,
I'm sorry
and it
about
was
that.
unfortunate that she had passed away, like 3 or 4 months after trying to get the insurance. So no, we wasn't able to get anything. This is what
Mm-hmm.
she was trying to do to help, to help the family in um, your final journey, your final
Mm-hmm.
destination.
Mm-hmm.
That's as lightly as I can put that. Um, so we just don't really know, but
Right.
it's very important
Very important.
um, to look into life insurance, because there you have, you're not just stuck with one particular type of policy,
Right.
life insurance. You have options.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe a lot of people have a misconception about life insurance,
Mm-hmm.
that they don't have other options. Yes, people, listen, you have options, all right? You have options with life insurance. You do. Um, and thank you, Vanessa. Yeah, we love her. We miss her. Yes, we miss her. Yeah, I miss both my sisters and my brother. Um, all my sisters and my brother. And that being said, it was harder to get monies. We didn't do a fund you page or nothing like that. We had money. My family had money to bury my sisters and my brother. So we just thank God that we didn't have to create a
Mm-hmm.
GoFundMe page, or go to the local church, or to their church, or to their friends. We didn't have to do that, but we did have people to contribute. We did it just to contribute. They didn't know we didn't have the money, but they would just contribute, and we just added their contribution. But we didn't ask you, go out. Hey, we need $3,000.
Right.
You got it
Right.
to loan it to me, man, or or we gotta have a fundraiser, or anything like that. So I just thank God that
Yes,
um,
blessing.
yeah, my family was in the position to do these things, and quite naturally we went the least expensive the least expensive way. And my sister, her her final wishes was not to have a funeral. She
Oh
that was
wow.
her yeah, she didn't want to have a funeral. She wanted to be at the graveside service. So I met some obstacles with that as
Not
well.
bad.
But you got to people. I just want to put this out to people. If you are the beneficiary, okay, you are the one that's going to have to make the arrangements and things
Hmm.
of that nature. Then can I give you some advice? Um, do what you want, because if you listen to other people, you're gonna be pulling so many different
So many different
directions.
ways, yeah.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be so confused. Okay,
Hmm.
but like getting life insurance, that's a no-brainer.
No brainer. And I want
Yeah.
to say, it to help out with that situation, that's why you gotta get those wills too. You do your living will, then you won't even have to worry about anybody pulling this which way because it's their wishes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Vanessa is agreeing with us on our conversation. Listen, people. I implore you to obtain
Hmm.
life insurance. Okay. Cause we all gonna make that final trip.
Can't escape it.
You can't. Man, ain't no spaceship or nothing.
Ain't
There ain't a
nothing.
pill.
Nothing we can do.
Listen, hey Jeff. Listen. There's not a pill. There's not a shot. Listen.
So
There is no antidote for death. All right.
it's gonna happen. Each and every last one of them.
It's gonna happen, and it's something that we have to come into acceptance with. We have to come to acceptance too. So let's do the right thing. Let's
Hmm.
get some insurance ourselves,
Yep.
on ourselves, so that you will not be a financial burden on
Hmm.
your family. Because listen here, your family and your friends are going to be going through a lot of emotions, okay?
Yep.
And financial thought of having to decide how we're going to put you away is more stress,
Way more stress.
way more stress. So I implore you, eliminate that particular stress from your family. If you want to do anything, do that for your family. Um,
Yeah, that's why I
get
call it a
life
love letter for your
insurance.
family.
But say it again.
I said that's why they called it a love letter for your family.
Okay. Okay, now what about cremation? Now, with the cremation, it is much
It still costs.
cheaper than a burial, correct?
Hmm. But that
Yes.
still costs. And then another thing is, if your family members in debt, they still coming for that. So
They
that's
still.
another thing you gotta think about, or you should think about as someone, as an individual, that if you leave in debts, that's going to go to somebody in your family.
Somebody's got to pay that debt.
Hmm. The debts don't die with you.
What's it? The only thing. What's that? Taxes and death.
That's the only thing that's guaranteed.
Guarantee. That's a
That's
guarantee,
just,
right? That's a guarantee. Vanessa, if someone has life insurance and their loved one transition, will the funeral director automatically take out the money top off for
off
their
the top.
services? Off the
That,
top?
mm-mm. So that will be the you have to, if something happens to someone transitions, you have to file a death claim, and then life insurance will get the beneficiary the money, and the person who's the beneficiary will be the one to pay for that stuff. But you can also do a will, a trust, and the trust can be the beneficiary, and then you can have that trust go to wherever it needs to be too. So, like, say if your trust was you want to, they had a debt tied to the trust.
Hmm.
The money goes into the trust, and they can go to pay off the debts for the house or any other lenders that they owe money to. So, there's different ways you can do the death benefit besides just going to a person. But yeah, for her question, the funeral director will not take the money off top. The beneficiary will be the one in charge of paying for the funeral.
Okay. Um, we have a comment here from Richard Harrison. He says there needs to be a price cap on funerals. These funeral prices are ridiculous. I
Hmm.
agree. I agree. But
That's right.
that's true. True funeral expenses can be very costly. And it depends on how you want to put your loved one away.
Hmm.
Some people are very extravagant as to where they have the horse and the buggy and the
Hmm.
whole 9 yards. And I listen. I have given instructions. All right, don't y'all put all that money in the ground.
Right. Right.
Now that's my personal. That's my personal thought. You do what you want, but that's my personal thought. I want. I don't want all that money to be put in the ground. I want my family to take care of what they got to take care of for me. And I want them to have something that if they need to pay a bill or whatever, I can leave a little something in your pocket. Now
Mhm.
that's just personally me now. Now we have a flood of comments coming in, all right? Vanessa said, my niece passed away Monday and the POA refused to pay for her services. Power of attorney. The power of attorney refused to pay for her services. So I take it that she did not have life insurance. I'm so sorry. You have my deepest condolences,
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I can't imagine.
Vanessa. Yeah. So the POA, the power of attorney. So when I don't know if you know about this or not. Um, I don't know if the power of attorney. Now, since the person, the POA, will the state then have to bury that person? I mean, I just kind of wonder how does that work when you no longer have a person that I just want to put up their comments. When you no longer have anyone to put you away. Now, I believe the state, the city, the state, or however it is, however our government is set up, that if no one, especially if no one claims the body, then there will be they will bury them. There will be no services, but however they will bury them in what they will call, back in the day they call it Potter's Field,
Yep,
where people
yep.
didn't
Someone
have, you remember that back in the day, they had that. So I had to wonder because now here go another situation I was in. My aunt had passed away, and I didn't know it. I had went to go visit her at the nursing home, and I I know I just made an assumption that they knew who I was, or my
Mhm.
name would be somewhere, being that this would not have been my first visit. Okay, um, that they knew that she was my aunt and we the same age. But however, I went to go visit her, and they told me she had passed away,
Oh
like
wow.
like 2 weeks before.
Then I'm
Nobody
sorry.
called me. Cause I'm like the only real living relative.
Mm-hmm.
And no one called me. They looked through their records. We don't have your name, but you seen me here before, But did he have me as a contact, a person of contact? So anyway, um, after finding out she had passed on, and I called the morgue. They had buried her already.
Oh wow.
Yes, they had buried her already. We had a memorial service for her. I had to come down there to Dayton for her. Yeah, she did. Um, Vanessa says here, oh, Jeff, 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 you see this?
Yeah.
Wow. Now she's talking about her
Her
niece.
niece. So they
Okay.
took the money and didn't pay it or what?
And it sounds like, okay, now she's saying that the POA, the power of attorney, refused. Okay, refused to pay. I guess to pay with the insurance money or to pay for the funeral. Refused to pay for the funeral, as I can recall. Refused to pay for the funeral, but she has a 30,000 insurance policy. Who who name is who's the beneficiary? Am I
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
Jeff?
right. So, I mean, that's another thing. Like you gotta make sure you take, you know, get to make the right person a beneficiary too. And that's another thing when you can put the beneficiary. I mean, you can make the trusted beneficiary, and then you can write the stipulations on the trust too. So if you make the, you can put in the trust, make sure this much goes to the funeral costs, and that'll have to happen.
So Jeff, who's thinking about doing that at that time? You know what I'm saying? No, I mean,
Hmm.
who's thinking about the small details? At
Hmm.
that particular time, because you would think, and I hate to make assumptions, but you would assume since you have this policy and this person is the beneficiary that they would go ahead and pay for your expenses for
You
your
would
funeral.
assume.
I mean, you would assume, but that's not. Evidently, assumption is still something you shouldn't do. Oh wow. Okay, I'm about to pass out, Jeff.
So her mom is the one who got the money.
Yeah. Catch me, catch me, catch me, Jeff. Catch me, catch me. Whew. Ah, Jeff, thanks, man. Thanks.
I do what I can.
Can I say wow?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is there a law? Is there a law? Ooh.
Mm-mm.
Seeing this, is there a law that this person must use some of this money for burial?
Nope. That beneficiary, that's their money.
I wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, Vanessa's saying she thinks the insurance company should make them pay. They I guess after you get the policy, the insurance company don't know which way the money is actually going. Am I right? I mean,
Right. 'Cause that's your money. So that's I mean that's one of the powers of life insurance is you getting that money tax free. It don't count as an income or nothing like that. That's literally all your money. So unfortunately, that type of stuff happens. I hate that though.
wow. So
And that's the
there are
part where you
no
really teach the trust.
so there are no stipulations that you have to spend it on a burial.
Mm-mm. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. But that's I mean, you would think that with $30,000 you would take 10, 12, 13 of it to pay for the funeral and then oh, okay. That makes
Um,
sense. That makes
yeah,
sense.
wow.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
that is so sad, and
Yeah, that's
yes,
real sad.
it is, and absolutely, it's so wrong. I mean,
And,
it's so wrong on so many levels, though. It's
and
so
that's
wrong.
one thing that's what they do too is if you get like if you get life insurance for your children, they're gonna look at it. They're gonna look at it crazy if you don't have life insurance for yourself. So you have to have a certain amount of life insurance for yourself before you can even get life insurance for your children. I mean, that's one of the things they do, but who knows how she had her set up. And then the aunt, the niece, depending on how old she was, she can't, have any say so in it. She don't understand.
Right. When they and maybe they didn't even know they had a policy.
Hmm.
That could have been a possibility also.
Right.
Possibility as well that they didn't even have a life insurance. Didn't he wasn't aware of it. Oh, she was 40 years old.
The niece was 40.
The niece is 40,
Oh wow.
but yet the power of attorney will not pay for. No. Okay. Okay, Vanessa, make us clear on that.
Yeah, who was
Make
40?
us. Yeah, who's 40? Yes, yes. Who is 40? Okay. Okay, had cancer for 8 years. All right. So the niece is 40 years old and had cancer for 8 years. Correct. And okay, the niece. Okay, we got
Hmm.
that clear. Hmm. But she had a power of attorney.
And they got the money.
And did they get
The
the money?
car's gonna make you money.
Yeah, did they get? Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy because they didn't pay. They didn't want to do nothing.
You're right. They didn't pay anything out. So, like you said, okay. So, like you said, Jeff. So, like you said, it's the small details, basically that we have to make clear within the policy.
Hmm.
Like we could add a clause maybe or something like that, saying I want at least 5,000 spent on my funeral, for my burial, expenses only. You know what I'm saying? No
Yep.
more than 5,000. But so can you have that inserted as a special clause in your policy?
That will be when we have to get the will or the trust.
Oh, the
Hmm.
will or the trust.
Hmm. Especially with a trust, you have a lawyer that watches that, so you legally have to do what the trust says.
Wow. Wow. Well, that sounds like they trying to do a straight shot to hell, bragging about it.
Exactly.
Man, that's so inhuman to me. Um, non caring, but however, um, it's vital that we obtain life insurance. It is very important,
Yes, it is.
and we must. It's a hard subject to talk about, but however, have this conversation with your
Yes, yes.
family and take the responsibility of making sure your loved ones are insured. Be
Hmm.
okay. Vanessa saying, be careful putting minors on a policy as beneficiaries.
Exactly. Yeah, because if something happens before they turn 18, they don't get that money until they turn 18.
So with okay, they wouldn't get that money till they turn 18, but the
Hmm.
policy still would be paid out to the insurance to the funeral director.
Nope. That's why it's really important to pick the right beneficiary. But the good thing is, when you get a policy, you can always change the beneficiary. You're not locked in stone, set in stone, or anything like that with the beneficiary. So some people might get it and just put their kids on it for the time being. You can go in there and change it. But I know as an insurance agent, I do policy reviews and I ask them, is there anything else that you want to change or anything like that?
Mm-hmm.
I normally try doing once a year with my clients.
Oh, okay. Do you? Do you try to gear them away from making a minor the beneficiary?
I normally try to let them know that they can change it. I haven't really been doing that part, but uh, that's something that I will make sure I. Because I just now been learning about the wills and the trust and stuff like that. That was one of the latest things I've been learning about. That you
Okay.
can actually make
Okay.
the will. I mean, the trust the beneficiary.
Wow. We have Tawana on here with us. Hello,
Hey,
Tawana.
Tawanda.
Yeah, she says absolutely. She agrees with what we're saying and everything. Um, yeah. So about to
Because
get
I would at least had a beneficiary be like someone you know you can trust that's responsible.
the
You know, some
someone
most
you.
people get like their parents, like people that around my age get their parents, or of course if you're married, you get your spouse,
Yeah.
or like a sibling. Like my brother is the beneficiary of mine because I'm because I trust him to do what has to be
Has to
done.
be done.
Yeah, but then once my kids get older, then I make them, or if I get when I get married or whatever, then my spouse, I could change it to my spouse.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Absolutely. That's how I have it on my insurance policy. My son's, in that particular order, and
And you got more than one beneficiary too.
yes, yes, and
You can have almost as many as you want.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, people, I implore you to get life insurance. We got 2 more minutes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you Mr. Nichols' information.
You
All
please do
right,
that.
I'm going to post it up here, and this way, if you are interested in life insurance, this is the information for Mr. Jeffrey Nichols. Now, Mr. Nichols, I must ask you a question. Since you're located in Dayton, um, are you authorized to just sell in Dayton, or are you authorized to sell outside of your city limits?
Oh yeah, I'm authorized to sell actually all of Ohio, all of Texas, all of Alabama, and all of Arizona.
All right, you guys heard it. Um, all outside of Ohio.
Yeah, because we
So,
do everything like this through Zoom.
oh, really? Oh,
Hmm.
wow. That's interesting. Very interesting. So we have his information here, his contact number here, his office and his mobile phone, and also we have his email address as
Hmm.
well as his physical office address. If you ever happen to be in Dayton, you can look him up. But
Yep.
go ahead, jot down those numbers. His office number 937-672-6229, and it is the same as his mobile device. All right,
Yep. Yep.
we have 2 more comments here. Oh. Okay, Vanessa's funny, but we're going to humor her. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right, we're gonna humor her.
The windshield though. I wish, because I love my dog, and I would want to have a funeral and everything for my dog too.
Okay, okay. I already told you what I'm gonna do. I already told you.
I
I
want to
already
bless
told
my
you what I'm
dog.
gonna do. I'll put mine in the backyard.
That's what we did with my other dog. I remember we had a little funeral. Me, and my mom, my dad, my brother.
uh, yeah, man. But you come to love them so much.
Yeah, I love my dog a lot.
You love them like people, and they mean the world to you.
Hmm.
And so, no, I don't know why they don't have policies where you can get on dogs. But
At least
however,
something.
people, write down this information we have for life insurance, okay? And he is licensed, like he said. I told you
Yep.
guys I was going to do
Hmm.
my homework on him.
Yep.
and make sure I bring you someone of quality and the reassurance and a person of integrity. If integrity had a look,
Thank you.
it would definitely be you. Okay.
That means a lot to me.
Wonderful,
Thank
wonderful.
you.
I go through your, like I said, I did some little investigation and I went through your Facebook page as well. And you had some nice things on there.
Oh,
Let me
thank
see.
you.
We're going to take one last comment here. Let me see what it is. Good. Thank you,
Thank
Vanessa.
you. Thank you. And I
Thank
want to say
you.
one more thing. I know we got to be done.
Go ahead.
Hopefully, we can do this again because I didn't really get to dive deep into the living benefits of life insurance.
Okay.
So I know
Okay.
we got to end it, but there's
Okay.
a lot of living benefits, a lot of things you can do while you're alive. You don't have to die to use life insurance as the owner of the policy. So you can use your own policies, living benefits, not the beneficiary. You are the owner of the policy, and you can do a lot of stuff with it while you're alive. So maybe the
Okay,
next
people. With
installment,
that being said, there will be a what? A part
part
two.
two.
All right. There will be a part two. Each month, I want to put this out there. Each month, I will be doing a special podcast introducing entrepreneurs and writers and people who are authors or they have a special gift or talent that they wish to share and they offer to the public. I'm going to feature someone each month. So you was our first for the
I
September.
like that.
You was our first for September. We had one up in I'm gonna say March of last year. Last year, I believe it was. Yeah, last year. We had one Arthur. That was last year. Yeah. So we did that, and I thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to get ready for part two. We probably do that in November because I do have a special guest coming on in October the 3rd. So maybe I might kind of switch it around and get you maybe at the end of October. I mean, if that sounds
It sounds good to me.
great, 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 great. Now, listen, people. Thank you all for joining in. I greatly,
Thank you.
Lord have mercy. You see, man, Jeff, the
I
things
know
I
how it
gotta go
is.
through over here.
I know
Listen
how it
here.
is. My boys was here. They be doing the same thing. They probably be in the camera trying to talk.
Right. Then it go like a little going by. But
Yeah.
Jeff, I want to say thank you so much
Thank you
for
again for having me.
giving us your time and sharing with us about life insurance. Now, as we said before, people, there will be a part two. The
Yeah.
next month we're gonna do a part two about insurance as well. How you can use it while the person is alive, or
Yep.
how did you say that, Jeff?
It's living benefits. How I can use my own policy while I'm alive. How you can use your own policy while you're alive.
Living benefits, okay? Living
Living benefits.
benefits is what it's called. Living
Yeah.
benefits, all right?
Hmm.
So, part two is coming, people. So be prepared to listen. Like and share. Like and share. And listen, as I always tell you, I love you, but you know what? God loves you best. All
God
right?
loves you best. I like
Remember that. If
that.
you're
Amen.
blessed, listen, be a blessing. Oh, let's pray for the people down in Florida and in the
Amen.
Carolinas with the hurricane that expected to come upon the land. Let's pray for those people and keep them in our thoughts and prayers that there be no casualties and
Mm-hmm.
that people
God
are
keep you
able
safe.
to escape this hurricane. Okay, so we asking God to watch over the people in Florida and in the
Mm-hmm.
states that's going to be affected by this hurricane. Okay, so we asking God, will He please protect the people, um, protect their lives, and that there be no casualties. And we ask that God would bless the land. All right.
Amen.
Amen. All right. Once again, Jeff, thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you for
And
having
people, catch the replay on YouTube. Okay, we are on YouTube, and please like and share. Don't forget to subscribe, honey. Listen, press that bell, baby, that notification bell. You make sure you press it. That way you'll never miss another episode of Can You Handle the Truth? All right, let's leave out on a little music here, and we're gonna bop our heads a little bit, and then we're gonna say so long, people, and you all have a safe weekend. Have a wonderful weekend, and make sure your weekend is blessed. Okay, be safe, my people. All right.
See you later.
A little bit more vibe. People, a great time tonight. And I'm gonna post up here one more time our special guest, his information before we leave. And we, like we said, have a great weekend, have a safe weekend. I love you, but God loves you best. Bless, be a blessing. Am I right, Jeff?
You are right. Amen to that.
All right. Tell the people good night.
Good night, everybody.